Hey everybody, Chad here. In this episode of Law of Attraction Secrets, we're going to talk about the main problem with letting go, or the main issue I see what happens when we try to let go. Okay, there's a main issue that we do, there's a main problem that we do, and I do this too, and I'm really guilty of this. Okay, what's the main problem with letting go? Okay, so subscribe below, but anyway, let's get rocking and rolling. Let's get to the point here. Kind of respect your time. So, when we talk about law of attraction, okay, there's a point we're going to come to, okay, that we've been really diligent, we've been really good, we've been really consistent and persistent. We've focused our attention on exactly what we want. That's what we think about. We've been doing the imagination, living in the end, that I've already achieved it. We've been doing the nightly routine, a morning routine. We might, even throughout the day, we might have affirmations. We might do our gratitude pad and so forth to help control our attention, to help control our thoughts. We might be doing all this, okay? We've been really consistent, really persistent, okay? Doing all this stuff, okay? But at some point, okay, what's gonna happen is your belief is going to get stronger, okay? Your belief is going to get stronger that you can achieve what you want. But at the same time, what we're going to experience, and I experience this, and I'm experiencing it right now, that when we're so focused on what we want, we're so diligent, we're so consistent and persistent, at a certain point, we're going to feel, because of our belief is going up, we're going to start feeling a sense of letting go, okay? Letting go of the outcome, okay? Letting go of the how it's going to happen. Letting go of the why, okay? Letting go of the manipulation of trying to get it to happen. Letting go of the running or chasing to get it to happen. Letting go of the hurry to get it, to make it happen. Make sense? Okay? That's really what it means to let go. Okay, we're letting go of the how. We just let it be, and we just trust it's going to come to us. We just trust that we're giving it the energy. God is within us. Heaven is within us. The universe is within us. The power is within. Okay, we need to just trust that power and let God and let the universe do His work. Okay, let Him start moving around the pieces that needs to happen in order to come to you in whichever angle it comes to you. Okay, that's truly what's letting go. But what is the main issue I see, or main issue I've even fell in a trap of many times, is when we start feeling the sense of letting go, what we end up doing is we give up. That's what we end up doing. We don't necessarily let go, we give up. Because we've been persistent and consistent for so long. Maybe it's been a week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and we've been so persistent. We start to get mentally tired. We start really mentally tired. We start kind of getting exhausted because that's what we're thinking about. Makes sense? And the reason why we're getting mentally exhausted, we're overthinking, overanalyzing, is because what's happening is we're trying to control the outcome. Okay, we're trying to control the how. We're trying to control the why. We're trying to answer questions. Why isn't it happening now? Okay, we're trying to answer things that we can't answer. Okay, we're trying to manipulate and make things happen, and that's why we're exhausted. That's why we don't want to think about it anymore. Okay, so besides just letting go of it and let it be, let God do His work, let the universe do His work, and just fully trust it's going to come to us, what we end up doing, we give up. And I've done this many times. And if I do this, I'm sure other people do this as well. I mean, how many times are you in this situation and, you're doing all the right stuff, then you hit a point where you feel like you need to just let go and let it be, but instead of letting go, let it be, you just give up. then once you give up over and over and over and over again, then you basically come to a question in your life, well, law of attraction don't work, this stuff don't work. And the reason why it don't work is because you give up. You're confusing. It's kind of like I'm guilty of this. We are confusing letting go and let it be and let it just come naturally. We're confusing that with a feeling or emotional feeling of just giving up. Give up, then that's what we end up doing. We give up, we stop thinking about it, we focus our attention totally on something else. We never focus our attention on it anymore. We give up doing our imagination, we give up doing our bedtime and morning routines, and so forth and so forth. We just totally give up. And then we kind of go back to our old ways. We start, our attention starts to focus on many things, and so forth and so forth. Okay. And what I found in this is no matter what you want, no matter what your specific want is, I mean, it could be a relationship, it's to see somebody again. It could be anywhere, the dream house, dream car, whatever. It could be materialistic, it could be relationships. We don't know, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, but I don't know. But what we have to understand is, at a certain point when you're doing this, you're going to feel this. You're going to feel a sense of letting go. And what I want to tell you is the sense of letting go is just letting it be. You still do everything. You still focus your attention on it, but you become more confident with it. Okay, you become more confident it's going to happen. It's going to happen in its own time. Okay, it's going to happen in its own way. Okay, you're not in control of it. What you're doing is letting go is you're just giving up the control. You're giving up the how, you're giving up the why, you're giving up trying to manipulate to make it happen. All the little games that we play in our head. You're giving up the overthinking, over analyzing. That's what you're giving up, but you don't necessarily give up. Okay? What did, again, kind of going back to Never Goddard, what did he say? You stay committed till the end. Once you have focus your attention on something, what you want, once you start this process of imagination, you stay to it. You keep on doing it until the end. What's the end? Until you get what you want. You stay committed, because it's only when you stay committed, and it's a 110% committed decision, is when you're really going to realize the mystery of this whole process. You're really going to realize this process actually works. Okay. Now the good news is, this is what I find. Okay. When we start feeling the need of giving up, okay, no matter we're confusing it with letting go, okay, letting go is just let it be. You're not giving up. But once we start feeling the need of giving up, only an experience is we're so close for it to happen. We're like right there. Okay, we started off way back here, now we're way up here, and for some reason, no matter in any situation in our life, no matter what situation we're talking about, no matter what you want, it seems to always work this way. Once you get so close to it, we tend to just that we get this feeling of giving up. I don't know why. You ever hear the saying that, you give up right before it happens? I mean, this has been told to me over and over again throughout my life, that, people give up way too soon. People give up right before they would have what they want. People give up right before success. It always happens this way. If you study very, very successful people, if they really tell you their story and it's true, okay, they're not holding back and they're not, glamorizing it to make it sound sexy. They all potentially have the same story, okay? Not the same story, but what I mean is they all have a moment in their life that they wanted to give up, and they would say, it's such an intense feeling that I just wanted to throw in a towel and give up. But for whatever reason, they didn't, and they pushed forward, and right around the corner was success. It always happens this way. Okay, when you have that immense feeling of giving up, you have to kind of tell yourself that this is a good feeling, because I'm getting this immense feeling of giving up and throwing in a towel, what that means is success is right around the corner. I'm so close to it. I'm so close to having what I want. I just need to hang in there, because it could literally mean the next day, the next week, a couple more steps forward. You got it. You're so close to it. Okay, and just from studying successful people, I mean, they all have the same story in that aspect. They all have that immense feeling of giving up right before major success happened, right before they got what they wanted. And that's what I want to tell you today is you can't give up. You have to stay in the game. Once you start this process, you have to see it to the end. But the biggest thing here of the topic of this video is not confusing a letting go with the giving up. And this is something I thought about even with myself, that when we should be letting go, in actuality, what we do, we end up giving up. And we stop the whole process. We stop doing it. We stop, and then we don't really get what we want, because we're confusing the sense of letting go and letting it be with the giving up. And we can't confuse the two. Okay. Letting go is just letting it be. Let the universe do his thing. Let God do his work. Let the power do his work. Let them align everything perfectly how it's going to come to you. You give up the control, okay? The reason why I get mentally exhausted, maybe you get mentally exhausted, is because you're trying to control it too much. You're trying to control the outcome too much. You're trying to control the how too much. So let it go, let it be, but you don't give up. You don't give in. You wait, you stay committed to the end until you get what you want. But other than that, my friends, that's it. That's all I want to share with you. Stay in the game. Don't give up. Don't confuse letting go to giving up. And stay in the game. Other than that, I'll see you in the next episode.